Your audio test.
Test.
Cool. Can you get them to say something?
Hey guys, can you say something? Something.
All right, sweet.
This is such a waste of time. I don't disagree.
It should be up live.
Hello.
We're live.
Wow. Community. Some of you are awesome. Some of you have no patience at all whatsoever. This is we're using a tool called Wirecast on a
I'm not chatting.
a MacBook. Maybe we shouldn't be doing that.
I have to run the stream. What are you
Try to save some time because we spend all of our time building hands-on labs. So none of this is our actual platform. None of it is our actual platform. So we'll fix that going forward, but we got it. So my mic's off. We got everybody refresh. Refresh if you can't hear me. Refresh if you can't hear me. So we'll wait a second here. We'll wait a second. Wait a second. So it's just quiet. You can hear me, but it's just quiet. All right, we good now?
I just doubled it just in case.
Audio's up. Okay, here we go. Well, again, those of you who are being awesome in the community, thank you. Those who thought it was a waste of time, I'm sorry. Sometimes this stuff happens. Again, this isn't our backbone. It's not our infrastructure. We were using a tool called Wirecast on Mac, and now it still says no audio.
It's definitely audio streaming out.
All right, everybody, refresh. Here we go. Refresh if you don't have audio. Only 15 minutes of issues, no big deal. All right, we're going to move on. So, here's what we got. That stuff happens. Thanks, Roxy. That was really nice of you. Really cool. So, on this stream, so we're a little off track here, and we're going to try to catch up. So, again, Anthony James, founder and CEO of CloudAssessments.com and LinuxAcademy.com. I'm looking inside of this chat. A lot of you were awesome. Thank you so much. Hopefully when we join for the second set of DevOps announcements on Wednesday, the 9th time will be we will be good to go. So here we go. Real quick, everybody. Again, we spent all of our time building our hands-on labs platform and our architecture around that. Super complex, to be 100% honest with you. If you think about it, if you look at cloud servers, if you look at our Azure hands-on labs, or AWS hands-on labs, or Linux hands-on labs, and soon to be some other stuff we're not quite ready to announce, that's where we spend all of our time deploying that. Super complex deploying those environments. And we're using a tool called Wirecast here to deploy just to Facebook live stream and or Twitch or wherever it's actually going. So thank you so much, everybody who was super nice about it. So for example, Roxy, Winnie, can you go ahead? I'll show you my team going on here, but Winnie, would you mind giving Roxy an extra swag pack? Let's give Roxy a swag pack. So reach out to them, and who else here? And Jamal. Would you also name Jamal and Roxy? Those are super nice of you guys. Sometimes stuff happens, and we appreciate your patience. So you're going to get some swag packs for being super cool about that. So, and I think we are streaming on Twitch. Are we streaming on Twitch, by the way? Somebody said a Twitch team would rock. So we are streaming on Twitch, but let's get to this. We got a lot of you that want to do stuff. So real quick, let's pull up some of our slides. Let's do a quick recap of where we're at. Let's introduce to you Travis and Kenny, who are joining me for their course launches today. Terry Cox and Miles would have been here. Terry has been in the Texas office onboarding new course authors for the past 2 weeks. We told him he has a mandatory due date, 2 days off. He needs some time off. So we made him take some time off to refresh. And Miles, we got news that his wife was going into labor this morning, so we let him skip the live stream so we could go enjoy that. So I'll send some good thoughts for that labor, that everything goes smoothly. Miles, if you are listening to this, we love you, man. And sorry you couldn't be here with us. So on earlier this month, we launched Google Cloud Security Essentials, Google App Engine Deep Dive, AWS IM Deep Dive, building a serverless chatbot with AWS Lex next. Rob, you have not missed anything. You missed all of the excitement of live stream issues. So you are at the beginning of the stream. Don't worry about it, bud. And then we launched OpenStack, deploy and manage OpenStack on Ubuntu Pike. And then we launched DevOps Essentials. And then we launched EFS Storage Solution Challenge and Content and Media Delivery Challenge on cloud assessments. And then we launched the AWS Security Basics West. And today, everybody, we are going to launch 3 courses that are filled with another set of activities. I don't know exactly how many activities we have on there. But real quick, Travis, why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself and say hello. Don't announce your course quite yet. About 2 minutes from now, we're going to announce everything.
Okay, well, I'm Travis Thomsen. Obviously, I'm a full-time course author here at Linux Academy. As far as like my background, I've spent a lot of time in development. I transitioned over into DevOps. I'm Puppet certified. I'm also Cloud Foundry certified.
Oh, take that for what you want, everybody. I think he just dropped a big hint what's going to launch today. Kenny, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Kenny Armstrong, like Travis. I am also a course author here at Linux Academy. Former military, I've been in the IT field for quite a while. I'm certified Red Hat certified engineer, LPIC Linux Essentials and LPIC 1 with CompTIA Linux Plus and a few other CompTIA certifications. I've already done the OPI Linux Essentials course through here, and today we're going to be talking about some other stuff.
Yeah, and what was really cool about that Linux Essentials course is you cut the time in that course from, I think it was like 25 hours down to 7 hours. And the pass rates are even higher. So the quality of that course is just tremendous. Good job on that. We got a lot of great ratings on there.
Thank you.
And Terry Cox is the head of Linux, AWS, and Azure content. And for those of you who don't know, he's actually been in Dallas-Fort Worth onboarding some Azure course authors of ours. So if you are Azure interested, we will be the current plan, and I'm just going to be open and honest about it. We've been honest about our Azure setup. We just relaunched our internal lab control system for our Azure labs that is given our new course authors access as they're building out the 3 exams required for the Azure certification, of which we are looking to launch that towards the end of June. So super exciting about that. We are working really hard on there. We are hiring more containers, DevOps, AWS security, and Azure course authors. If you know anybody that's interested, or if you are interested, come join the team. Things are only going to get more fun. In fact, for the content team watching, I have some exciting things to even tell you for Q4 that's going to excite you, but we'll do that internally, and we'll go from there. So, next thing you do, let's go ahead and get this stuff on the screen. And before I do that, can we do a giveaway? Winnie, is it okay? Can we do a giveaway? Are we there? We're going to do that. So, just so y'all know, here's the team that we got going. Let's take a look and say hello. Move to the side, Chaz. There we go. There's Winnie. You couldn't see it. So there's a team that we got in here doing everything. Let's make sure that this is back. I think that's pretty good. We'll live with that, right? All right, everybody. Let's do a quick giveaway. Winnie, who is the winner of swag pack number 3, since we just gave away 2. Of super awesome community contributors inside of our live chat this morning.
So we've got...
Come on, drum roll. Let's do it. This is unplanned. It stresses out the team because they have a script for me and I just kind of do whatever. And so I don't think they were quite ready for me to do the giveaway yet, but we're going to do it anyway. So we're going to have some fun.
We have Samar0157.
Samar0157. Linux Academy user, or I don't know if you're a Linux Academy user or not. He didn't have to be. That is his Linux Academy username. So he's a Linux Academy user. Welcome, welcome. And swag pack, number 1. Out. What does a swag pack include? Well, number 1, you'll probably get some sort of stress ball. You've got to be kidding me, lawn mowing guys. And then you'll probably get some shirts here, right here. Yep. And I don't know what else we're getting, but you're going to get some stickers. I think you're also going to get a penguin I just happen to have laying on the floor, and some other good stuff on there. So welcome. So that was super nice of somebody saying, Linux Academy, when is your IPO? It's going to be a while. You got some time. You can help us go faster if you want to share Linux Academy with your friends and stuff like that. But real quick, now that we've done that, let's go ahead and get to some giveaways. Why are we here? First we already did the giveaway. Why are we here? First course announcement of the day. Here we go. Let's bring it up on the screen. Announcing Mastering System D with Kenny Armstrong. Now, Kenny, before I bring you in on here, one thing I want to say that's super important about this course is that for those of you who have been contributing to our content voting, this was one of our highest requested items. And what I want you to know is that when the community asks for something, we listen. And specifically when they ask for it en masse. And so a lot of these announcements this week are going to be around some of those clue in, that were in our content voting. So, Kenny, why don't you tell us a little bit about mastering System D?
Sure. I was quite excited to get the assignment to do this particular course. I'm a huge operating system level kind of guy. I know we have a whole lot of expertise and experience around cloud this and container that, but it was quite exciting to get something that was a lot more closer to just the plain Jane bare metal operating system level. So it was great for me to get into a deeper realm with that and kind of go behind the scenes a little bit with what System D is doing, why it's doing the things that it does, along with a little bit of history as to how we got to System D from our classic System 5 init system. So I got to show you how to do your typical service implementation and management using System D, along with actually taking things a little further and using some of the other tools that come with System D, and including, I did put something in there for the container people, actually building a container in System D using System D. So kind of like a System D inception kind of thing happening there. But that was pretty fun. I had a good time with the course, and I hope those that take it get a lot out of it.
Awesome, awesome. And why don't you clue in a little bit, without saying what courses you're working on, but this quarter, you're working on some certification-related stuff. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Sure am. Yep.
That is awesome. So those will be launching in July. We are launching 70-plus different content items in the month of April, the biggest ever. And in July, it's going to be more. It's going to be, I think we're on track to push out 150-plus. And obviously, y'all know what some of those are working on. Azure, some of those. Hawk, one thing I will say to you is we do have a course author who is just dropped my stress ball. I felt like I needed to catch that, but remembered I was live streaming. We are very focused on the chef certification and working closely on those objectives right now. So that's going to be really, really fun on that. So the next thing, and Chris, if you're requesting the Salt Stack course, unfortunately today we're not announcing the Salt Stack course, but on the bright side we do have 2 more live streams this week that we're giving stuff away on as well. I would encourage you to join in on that. But real quick, let's go ahead and go to the next one. And the next one, Travis, why don't you tell us a little bit about the Cloud Foundry Certified Developer course that you're launching as of right now?
Okay, well, like I said, it is a certification course focusing around Cloud Foundry. A lot of stuff that we're covering the course is not just the technologies that is Cloud Foundry, but how you go about writing applications for Cloud Foundry. So we talked about how to be cloud native. I'm sorry, that was on my desk and she's really last one. Let's see, what else did we talk about? So we obviously talked about how to go and push your apps to Cloud Foundry, how to create backing services, and have those bound to your applications. What's the great thing about Cloud Foundry is it's a good alternative to using Docker, Kubernetes, or AWS, Google. So
what it allows you to do is to go and focus on the development of your application and not where it's going to.
Hey, next time you're on a live stream, turn on your lava lamp.
I actually need to replace the light bulb.
It's cheaper to buy a new one. So we're super excited about that. Travis has been working all quarter on there. And we actually had a question come in from Gurja that says, are these courses available to an existing subscriber? And I think this is a great opportunity before we jump in, and we need to do another giveaway after this, a couple of them before we do our last course announcement. But this is a good opportunity to talk about how these memberships work. So at Linux Academy, we believe in providing value to our students. Our price is not designed around profit. It's designed around what we need to charge in order to continue providing value, these hands-on labs. We spend a lot of money in our hands-on labs, developing new technologies. And so when you have a Linux Academy membership, when you sign up, you're considered grandfathered in. So no matter what, as long as you never cancel your membership, you're always going to maintain that pricing. So here's the kicker. Anytime we release new content, new categories, which we have, new category launches coming next quarter, actually I think mid this quarter. Christoph, you'd say we're launching our next one in the next couple of days, I think you were talking about? Yep. So actually new category, all of these are included as part of your membership. I will also say that as part of your membership, you get unlimited access to all of our cloud servers, all of our hands-on labs, all of the content on linuxacademy.com, all of the content on cloudassessments.com, and all of the content on scaleyourcode.com. Now we're talking about thousands of hours of video. We're talking about thousands of video lessons. We're talking about over, I think, 900 hands-on labs at this point in time. We're talking all the new stuff. All these 70-plus content items are included as part of your membership. Our thing here at Linux Academy, and it's so crazy how much it is. We love our students, right? And I'm a big giver, and we love giving. That's why we love giving stuff away. We love our students. We love celebrating your success. Part of these content announcements is we want our course authors to celebrate with our students on their hard work and let you guys show how excited you are about what they've been working on. These things are hard to do, right? And for those of you spamming chat for course releases, I got to tell you how awesome that is, but also we hear you. Make sure you go to linuxacademy.com.ideas.aha.io. I posted it inside of there. Put it on there and vote. And we have a 5-pronged content strategy on how we decide what content we should do. Not going to go into details of that, but what I will tell you is that the community, we will make sure that we are always adding stuff in the community for you. We love you all so much. And I just want to say thank you. We had so many people on live stream today, so let's go ahead and do some giveaways and go to our next course announcement, which was Miles, who's having a baby today, so he's not here, but we'll talk about what we hired him for, which will clue you in on some of the content coming. So let's give me 2 giveaways, Winnie or Olivia, what do we got? And I hope that's not going live.
We have bookstore.
So if that's going live, let's just go ahead and roll with it. Is that going live? It popped up, the course announcement popped up.
Yeah, I thought we were announcing that, sorry.
Okay. Is it gonna so let's just go with it. All right, so we're going to go ahead, we'll come back to it. We're going to go ahead and announce the Elasticstack Essentials from Miles Young. So Miles Young joined the Linux Academy about halfway through the quarter, this quarter, and we brought him in. And so he was able to do a quick essentials course to get the hang of the ropes, how our environment works, how our tools work. And so Miles really loves these tools like Elasticsearch and Splunk and all of those other things. And he's a very certification-focused person. And so what I will say is he is moving on to some other tools, perhaps maybe a Elastic Upstack or Elasticstack Deep Dive. And that's going to be really super awesome on that. And so I wish Miles was here to talk about it. Travis and Kenny, have you guys had the opportunity to work with Miles yet? I think you're on the same team, aren't you?
Yes, actually, Miles is a really good friend of mine. We live about 5 minutes away from each other, in all honesty, and I helped bring him into the company. And I can attest to his capability when it comes to big data. So if you guys are looking for any type of course content that's anywhere near related to big data, he's your guy, and he's going to be fantastic. He's a real sharp guy, and the work that he's put out, from what I've seen, is fantastic.
So do you guys, since you're so close together, do you get together and work at all, like at a coffee shop or at each other's houses? I actually don't know this.
Actually, we do. There's quite a few of us, and you had Will Boyd on recently, who's another good friend of ours. There's a couple other guys that you'll see some courses from soon. But periodically, we all get together, and we hash out some lab work together and some quizzes, and we talk about some ideas. So it's pretty good. It's a good working experience,
That's
especially
awesome.
when I'm working with such sharp individuals.
Yeah. So how are you, and how do you think they're liking working at Linux Academy? You all joined, well, so you joined early on, but Will and Miles joined in this last quarter. So how are you guys liking working here?
It's great. We're all having a good time. It's a great improvement for our work lives, and we're having a good time doing this. And we all get to finally do something that we really enjoy doing, and we're all just completely excited about being able to share any level of knowledge that we have with the students to help try to get them to achieve their goals.
That's awesome. That's really exciting to hear. We're really glad to have you and both of them on the team as well. And Travis, you've been here forever. And I think we got some people joining you in San Antonio. Travis, I'm not 100% sure. Do you know?
No, David Coy is here in town. As far as like new course authors, I'm not aware of anyone yet.
I want to say that one of our new ones on our AWS team that
Everybody
just
else
started
can't
in San
hear
Antonio.
Travis.
So we need to connect you guys.
I think you're right.
We have so many course authors. The Linux Academy has grown. We have 90 plus staff members, team members on full-time staff today. And so there's a lot of stuff going on. If you've just joined real quick, we launched Mastering System D, which, Christoph, I hope you're not mad, but I made a bet early on. I said if we don't have any more streaming,
The internet popped out for a second. It says we're going for 7 seconds again, but I don't know. Are you guys able to see?
It's got back up.
It
So
is
we got to
live.
do an extra. We got to do an extra 10 swag packs. Now I bet 10 swag packs we wouldn't have an issue. Another issue. But I lost. All right, let's make sure we're back. So let's go ahead and move on to now seeing the giveaway winners. We're gonna have to come up with another 10. So let's go here. We have that name on the screen right there. I'm gonna go ahead and just let y'all read that. Congratulations on winning a swag pack. Let's go on to the next one. Another winner. Congratulations on winning the swag pack. We should put your names on there instead of Linux Academy username on Wednesday. Probably. But these are Linux Academy usernames. Let's go to the next one. Congratulations on swag pack winner. Let's go to the next one. Congratulations. You guys have the weirdest usernames. Go to the next one. And we will reach out to you, by the way. We will reach out to you. And go to the next one. That's a pretty good one. Yeah. And the next one. And the next one. Do it again. Do it again. These are all winners of our swag packs. We're going to get it out here quick. And remember, we are giving away a 1-year subscription on linuxacademy.com on our main live show, our last live show of the month, April 30th. Go to linuxacademy.com/live to enter to win. For those of you who don't have social media and don't want to do the social media stuff, as you can see here, people that are being awesome contributing inside of our YouTube Slack channel, we're just giving stuff away. So we are, and thanks to everybody in the community who are celebrating with those winners. That's super awesome. I just love our community. This is something that we talk about all the time, Christoph, that we just have literally the best community. When somebody posts passing the certification, we got tons of community members that go in and congratulate them. Brian, it's okay if it's not connected to your Linux Academy account. It doesn't have to be connected in order to win. So not a big deal. Yeah, so this is just really cool. We love seeing this. And so we got to give away 10 more. Now that we had that live stream issue. And I'm not sure how to do that. Are you gonna do the randomizer, or actually, you know what we're gonna do?
Out to those people?
Somebody asked me some questions. We're gonna do some Q&As, and if you've had good questions, we're gonna do some swag packs. So we're gonna go to can we purchase Linux Academy t-shirts? We actually, yes, you can. As of today, you can. As of today, you can 100% purchase Linux Academy t-shirts. I'm waiting for Chaz to post the link inside of the YouTube chat. There we go. It's in there. You heard me chewing ice. Matthew Cox, when are Linux courses going to start popping up on cloud assessments? Today. All of the hands-on activities are popping up on cloud assessments. So as I've talked about, no cloud assessments is not down. For sure it's not down. You would see red lights going off in the background. You'd hear it be going, woo. Yep, that's exactly what would be happening. It is not down. Here we go, though. So we will, hold on, you guys are asking so many questions. This is awesome. This is awesome. So we are putting all of the winners, we're sending all of those that you saw on the screen, we're going to store it in dev/null, so it's going to be safe. Nothing to worry about. Yeah. Any chance for a course on App Armor? I think we might have an activity under development that's related to App Armor. I think. But yeah, there's chances for it. There's always chances for it. Go to linuxacademy.com.ideas.aha.io and put on your voting. That's one way to do it. Are there any plans for a networking basics course? Yes. Where can I find the new courses which are added in Linux Academy? So they're under their associated sections. So Cloud Foundry can be found under DevOps and Linux, and I think Cloud. Travis, is that correct?
As far as I know, it's under DevOps and Linux.
Let's. Do you know how to go in? You know how to go into our IDE and change that to add it to also Cloud?
I can get that added.
Yeah, do that for us if you don't mind. That'd be awesome.
They want to know how your SpaceX visit was.
Aw, that's super nice of you. Amazing. So what I will say is, all right. So first off, I think we already gave Jamal swag pack,
repeat the question.
So the question is, how was your SpaceX visit? If you haven't had a chance to watch a rocket launch, you need to have a chance to watch a rocket launch. So here's what I will say is we planned a trip. It was a 2-day trip. I want to take my 5-year-old son out there and my wife Tessa, and I tried to warn him that we may or may not see a rocket launch. And Monday comes, it's so busy. It's launch day, so there's so many people there. And we're going up there, we're waiting in line for an hour to be taken out to the launch site. We bought these tickets to go to and try to get as close as possible. And then they announce it's scrubbed, right? And there's nothing like disappointment on a 5-year-old's face. There's nothing you can say, even though we planned for it. So, we took that quite honestly, and this is something I think is important for all of you all, is that we took that as an opportunity to learn about disappointment, right? So think about whether you're trying to get a certification, or you do everything you think you possibly can to pass an exam, and it just doesn't work out, or you do everything that you possibly can to get a job promotion or get that job, and it just doesn't work out. So in that moment, that's technically a failure, right? But in that moment of failure, when you feel that soul crushing, like there was nothing more soul crushing than just the look on my son's face. And he was like, well, we didn't even get to see the rocket yet. So you have that moment to just kind of decide how to act. It's that moment of courage and humility to say, how do you change this? Now, obviously, it was a little bit out of our control, but we planned it. So we spent 3 hours, we changed the entire trip, we stayed an extra day, we risked it, we were able to see the rocket launch. So I want to send that same message. It's stuff like this, life happens, right? Whether you don't get that job or whatever it is, life happens. But it's in that moment of disappointment, or in that moment of failure, you have the option to choose to move forward. And that's where your greatest successes are going to be. We chose to look at the bright side, and we chose to pivot. And it turned out to be the best time I have ever spent with my son. I didn't bring my laptop. We had one-on-one. I got to connect and be in the moment on a level, and everybody needs that. It was completely refreshed. So, any plans to expand in the windows? I'm not announcing secrets yet. All right, so let's pick some that have asked questions in here. Let's do some. Winnie, I'm going to let you pick some of the swag packs and go from there.
How about Jeffrey Joy?
Jeffrey, you are getting a swag pack, sir, according to Winnie.
You commented on your photo.
Steve Velocity, do you have test question modules that we can access to increase the number of questions we are exposed to? So I'm not 100% sure what you're asking on that. Our practice exams have about 1.5 to 2 times the number of exams you would see on a quiz. How many practice exam questions are we going to see in Cloud Foundry, Travis?
I think I have somewhere around like 42.
How many questions are on that exam?
There is, I want to say, somewhere around 14 multiple choice and then 14 actual hands-on. So it's pretty cool. It's a cool exam because you do have that hands-on technical aspect, and then you have some pretty tricky multiple choice.
So that's why it's important to go through the hands-on live environment activities, yes. Right? These labs. Mm-hmm. Because you have to have this hands-on experience to pass the exam. So your course is designed with those hands-on activities to be able to pass that exam, right? Once you do those?
Absolutely. There's a lot of hands-on activities for this course.
And that's what we talked about at the beginning of the live stream today is so important, these hands-on labs. That's where we invest most of our time in our architecture is developing those. So it's really awesome. So real quick, I'm going to do some more questions. And thanks, Antonio, for I'm taking the Kubernetes course. I love it. Just fix issues with the servers. You're going to have to let us know what those issues are, specifically because those things are solid, man. We test those on a regular basis. So if you could reach out to us, we'll always work within those. And we have another question that says, how will you provide the virtual servers for Azure Labs? Through our lab platform that we just relaunched our Azure part on Friday for our new course offers. Winnie, we need another giveaway. What do you got for me? Ollie has a question. Please, when will the AWS Solutions Architect Professional be updated? It's 100% complete for current objectives on that exam. AWS is not updated. It is scheduled for a refresh. We were anticipating seeing a certification update this quarter. We didn't, so we're going to go ahead and just refresh it to the new GUI interfaces, all the stuff you see going through there. It's 100% good for the certification, guys. So you're good on that. Let's see here. Winnie, more swag packs. Can Kenny show off his toaster? Kenny, do you have a toaster?
So the story behind the toaster is that I make a joke about how everything is connected to the internet nowadays. And so during the LPI Linux Essentials course, I just kind of went on with the idea about a toaster that was connected to the internet to kind of help explain package management, software updates, things of that nature. But I would like to add that this weekend, if anybody is going to be within the Bellingham, Washington area for Linux Fest Northwest, I will be there with LPI doing an exam cram for LPIC 1 and the LPI Linux Essentials exams. That's co-sponsored between the LPI, Linux Professional Institute, and Linux Academy. Chaz Wallace, who's in the office there with Anthony, was gracious to help set that up. But if you guys are going to be within the area, stop by and say hi. I'll be with LPI doing those exam crams and helping out with technical questions at their booth. That'll be this upcoming weekend.
That's awesome, everybody. So recap on that, he's going to do a LPIC exam cram. So also feel free to reach out to the community if you have questions on that. So Jamal asked a question. When will we have cloud assessment challenges about Azure? Christoph, when will we have cloud assessment challenges about Azure? Probably Q3? Q3. We are hiring Ruby test developers, so if you know anybody that wants to work on a completely proprietary, innovative test platform that we've developed for our challenges, that are Ruby engineers that just love everything there is to everything, feel free to reach out to us, or go to linuxacademy.workable.com and have them apply there. Is that correct, Christoph?
Somebody asked about event course. If you got
one. Event course. We have event course. Yes, we have all of the courses. We have so many courses. You will not find the number of these courses specifically hands-on anywhere else. Any plans to offer courses on Oracle Cloud? Not at the moment. I'm not even going to pretend that's imminent, just because it won't be. If we are, it won't be in 2018. Hey, loving the stream. Hey, Jupiter Broadcasting, good friends of ours. If you haven't seen them yet, go check out Jupiter Broadcasting, who has the Linux Action Show, Coders Radio. They got a lot of good stuff. We have worked with them for, 5 years or so. We love those guys. Go check out Jupiter Broadcasting 10 days or so. And maybe you'll see a security category pop up. When are you going to release new AWS CSA course content? Yes, AWS just announced the new AWS CSA Associate Level Certification. And we are in mid-development today and fully expect, again, we approach everything. Saw a question about Orion papers. All of our content now has Orion paper style interactive diagrams, all of it. So that takes a lot of extra time to create content, to be honest with you. We could just push out a whole bunch of PowerPoint related videos that are just geared towards passing an exam. At the Linux Academy, we believe in providing hands-on practical application training, which means we train you to the level at which the exam expects, which means if you go through our training, not only can you pass the certification, but you can perform that inside of a real-world practical application, right? And so we are in mid-development on the AWS CSA rebuild for the new certification. The old certification is good for 3 more months or 4 more months, 5 more months, actually. And then we will be launching that at the end of this quarter, or probably July, just to be honest with you. We have some AWS certification refresh announcements probably coming on Monday, I think. So join us back in for that because we've been paying a lot of attention there. Rob, again, probably join us on Monday. Hint. And what I would also say is, Sonu, we join us our next live stream probably in July. We launched 70 activities and courses this month, and we will be launching 150 plus in July. So we have a lot going on there. And let's see here. First live stream ever, loving connectivity with Linux Academy. But Steve, I appreciate you saying so. Apparently you were late to the stream. We appreciate you being late. We had a few issues. So I'm glad you're enjoying this. Anything else we got? Good questions. Orion papers are incomparable. Great resource. Helped me a ton on my AWS CSA cert. Jamal, thanks for saying so. Thomas Hazlitt, we can credit to originally building those. You will not see those anywhere else, and they are going to all of our content. But With these extra tools, I will just caution and say that we can build any certification course in a 3-month period. So it takes about 3 months to build all these tools with hands-on labs, Orion papers, because those hands-on labs and everything. Videos, quite honestly, only take about 30 days. They're just not that special. They don't teach you. They're not doing those things. It's those other things that take us forever to do. And that's really what makes training and learning special at Linux Academy. What's the best way to learn? Travis, Kenny, we might have some good questions for you guys here. What's the best way to learn if you're relatively new to Linux and have a broad interest in almost everything? Building a server, DevOps, big data, AWS suggestions. So why don't, Kenny, you start with your suggestions, and Travis, you go with yours.
Practice. That's what I tell anybody that asks me anything about IT related. You're going to have to get your hands on some of the basics, but in order for you to fully understand what's going on, you're just going to have to practice. You develop that muscle memory. You develop your own tips and tricks of how to get certain things done. You know, theory is good. Theory is important, but without hands-on, you know, it's that hands-on is where it's at. When it comes down to the wire and you got to fix something, you got to know how to do it with your bare hands. So practice is my number one tip for anybody within the IT field, period.
Travis?
And that's
Yeah. You basically said everything I was going to say. The only thing I would add to that is repetition. To learn any skill, whether it is intellectual or physical, repetition is key.
From a career standpoint and training standpoint, what I would say is well-rounded. And what I mean by that is you're going to need to have some Linux experience. You're going to need to have an understanding of at least a cloud provider. And quite honestly, you need to have an understanding and probably experience with at least a configuration management tool. You know, there's a lot of new technologies out there, but when you look at enterprise hiring and business hiring, they're still using the majority of these technologies, right? You're talking about high availability. So, you know, start with Linux Essentials. It's always a great starting point. DevOps Essentials is another one. Hit up a Red Hat or LPIC certification. Hit up an AWS CSA Associate certification. And then maybe something like Chef Fluency Badge would be a great choice for you. And Ricardo says, what to study to be in the same path as you, Anthony? Honestly, you know, it's well-rounded. And I'm a little bit of a Google and AWS person, Google Cloud, AWS. I quite honestly, like, we're going to build, and Terry's mission is to have the best Azure content with hands-on labs. I just don't gravitate towards Azure. They're great. Obviously, being a hardcore Linux person, it's just, you know, it's just where then, you know, Microsoft loves Linux, and we love Microsoft for loving Linux. But yeah, I tend to gravitate towards Linux and Rails for development, and AWS and Chef, to be honest with you. I like Chef because it's Ruby-based, and you know, Rails is Ruby-based as well. So, and don't forget to join us. We're going to wrap up here in just a second. Lots of great questions. I might be missing them. I'm going to try to see them all. But real quick, join us on our community Slack. Do we have a link to that, Chaz? Chaz, can you send out the link for the community Slack where we have AWS development channels, we have AWS channels, we have Azure, we have Google, we have Linux, we have containers. What I would also say for that question real quick is containers as well. You got to hit up Docker. You just have to. You know, serverless has been a big trend, but I personally believe that the trend with serverless is going to be serverless containers, meaning that you're going to have your container application and it's going to be able to be deployed to any Kubernetes managed service. You could literally run cross-cloud and have easy migration and scalability with containers. There's no proprietary serverless setup there. So I'm a huge fan on that. So containers. And ladies and gentlemen, do we have any more giveaways, Winnie, before we close up and do our final recap and talk about our Wednesday live show?
I know you said like maybe like 5 people on the stream that are talking.
Sure, we're going to do this. We are going to, Roberto, I want everybody to pay attention. I want you to look me in the eyes right here. I am going to award swag packs to people who have talked about or requested content in this live stream that we encourage you, we're going to give you a clue to what's coming on Wednesday and Monday, just in case you can't make it. So join us. All right, here we go. Roberto Novo, what is it? It says plus Terraform. We're going to give you a swag pack. And what I would say is based off the conditions of the swag pack giveaway, take it for what it's worth. And join us on Wednesday. And then. So Varun has a question. I joined a bit late. That's okay. We started a bit late. It's all good. We announced Cloud Foundry Certified Developer, and we announced Mastering System D, and we announced Elasticsearch Essentials, and Kishore. That close-up scared me. Swag pack for 10, because I'm surprised nobody else said that, because it scared me a little bit when I saw it on the screen. Kishore says AWS. All right, we'll give him a swag pack too. Again, what that looks like means we're launching some sort of content related to those categories on Wednesday and or a week from today. All right, let's see here. What else do we have? I'm going to go up a little bit and see what we have. There's been so much great stuff. I'm also going to see people dropping it in now and going up a little bit as well. Run, any plans on launching a course on Splunk? Unfortunately, you don't get a swag back based off the conditions of this. However, I would say that you will be very happy next quarter. TR. Let's give TR, P-R-E-C-H-T, who says, Anthony James, you didn't have any issues, just happy accidents, as Bob Ross would say. I appreciate that. You know, it's things happen, and I just love our community. Our community just helps and reaches out to each other and just really takes care of each other. We have the best community ever. So thank you. We'll give you a swag pack. All right, and so Rob, actually, we got Rob up top. I don't know if you're going to be able to find out who that is, but they said, how about the AWS CDA? So he should probably get a swag pack. He said that earlier. And Timothy said Orion papers are outstanding. Since he literally spoke for everybody, and we agree with that, we should give him a swag pack if he doesn't have one. And he already gets one, so he only get one. So sorry, we give somebody else. And let's see here. Kishore asks, how do you get a swag pack? Are these their Linux Academy usernames on YouTube? YouTube. So Winnie will figure that out. I have no clue. She'll figure that out. Let's see here. What do we got? I'm looking.
Somebody had a good question.
What's the question?
Personally, I have an issue to stick to a learning schedule, make it a habit, and the advice to stay focused and motivated to learn.
Yeah, so two things with that. Course schedule, number one. What you'll do is set reasonable. Oh, okay. Where's that question at?
So pull up from the bottom.
Christoph, why don't you come over here and read the question for everybody, and I'll answer it. So everybody, Chief Product Officer, Sir Christoph Flippelaire, founder of Scale Your Code. Everybody clap simultaneously. Yay.
All right, so there's a question from Jamal, and the question is, personally, I have an issue to stick to a learning schedule and make it a habit. Any advice to stay focused and motivated to learn? This is a question we get all the time. So, did you want to answer the question?
You can give your 2 cents if you want.
All right, my 2 cents. So I've got a couple of tips and tricks to stay motivated and keep learning. One of those is to look at the end goal that I have and then reverse engineer what that schedule looks like. We actually have a feature on linuxacademy.com. I don't know if you know this or not already, but if you don't, it's called the Course Scheduler. And the Course Scheduler can help you figure out how many hours per day or how many minutes, like 30-minute increments or however you want to set it up per day that you want to study. And so you can look at the entire course syllabus, set up that course scheduler, and it will automatically tell you on these days, these are the lessons you should take, these are the quizzes you should take, these are the labs you should take, and it helps you stay focused. Another big tip is to join the study groups and join our community and find a group of like-minded people who are around the same skill level that you are and who need help or can provide help to you in studying. So find those accountability partners. It's like going to the gym. If you go to the gym by yourself, you're far more likely to just stay at home and say, I'm just going to play video games or watch Netflix, versus if you've got other people that are motivating you and saying, hey, get off the couch, let's go hit the gym, let's do this. So find those accountability partners, whether they're at work, your colleagues, or whether they're part of our community and study groups. Those are definitely two of the best tips that I can give. And then again, go back to that goal. What is it that you're trying to accomplish? Break it up into smaller tasks, and that way you'll start to see some of that progress as you go along. So those are my tips.
Those are great tips, Christoph. The other thing I would say is that studying and working and doing these other things, it's taxing. So just like I kind of did last week, take a moment, every couple days, every few weeks, take a day or two and just say, this is just a relaxed day. And, it refreshes your mind, it does all those things, and it keeps you engaged. So that's not a bad thing, but make sure when you're doing your course schedule, plan that in a little bit and go for long-term continuous learning versus all at once. So what we are going to do, Andrew, we're also going to, Andrew, I like that question. Yes, not this quarter, but yes. So I'm not going to give away anything else. I've given away so much to y'all. What we're going to do is we're going to do our quick recap. And I'm going to stop giving away our secrets. So quick recap. Let's pull that up on the screen. Oh, wait, hold on one second. I'm not sure so forgive me if I pronounce this incorrectly. Yush, it says Engine X course. Let's give him a swag pack and say, join us on Wednesday or a week from today. And now we're going to officially go over to our recap. So, everybody, this month has been an amazing month. We still have, I believe, half of our content announcements to go, which are going to occur on, I think maybe this is our halfway point, but it's going to occur on Wednesday and Thursday. So join us on Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. And so far we have done Google Cloud Security Essentials, Google App Engine Deep Dive, AWS IM Deep Dive, building a serverless chatbot with AWS Lex, deploy and manage OpenStack on Ubuntu Pipe, DevOps Essentials, EFS Storage Solutions, Content and Media Delivery, AWS Security Basics, Quest. And next we have, this was today, we had Kenny Armstrong. Thank you for joining us on the live stream, new course author.
Thank you.
It was really great to have you, man. And
Appreciate it.
Travis, who launched Mastering System D with hands-on learning activities. Travis Thomsen launched the much requested Cloud Foundry Certified Developer. You requested, we build it. This is just what we do. Good job, both of you all. Travis and Kenny, thanks for joining. And
Thank
then
you.
Miles, who is having a baby right now, so let's congratulate him. Send some positive thoughts. And we launched Elastic Stack Essentials. Now, for those of you who are disappointed or are hoping for other content, what I would say is there's so much stuff to build out there. We have 30 on-staff full-time course authors, and our mission is to be able to launch everything that you want. So we are launching 70 plus this quarter, and we're launching even more next quarter. So new, hope swag next time. Join us Wednesday. We're going to give away a boatload more swag. And last but not least, let's pull up our final recap of this quarter onto the screen. And this is all of the content that has so far been launched this month alone. We're halfway done. Or do we have half left? We have half left, I think.
Halfway done is about right.
Which means we have half left. Okay. Is the glass full or is the glass half full, Christoph?
Are you trying to kill us with this huge amount of content?
Jamal, we're not trying to kill you with a huge amount of content. Like I say, you guys asked for it. Our mission is to build it for you. So we'll post this screenshot. We're going to send it out. We're going to put it inside the Linux Academy community. And we're also going to post it on the Linux Academy blog. If you like DevOps, I would, again, join us on Wednesday of this week. And if you like AWS, I would join us on Monday of next week. Everybody, thanks for joining us. Again, Wednesday we have a live show, April 25th, 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Travis and Kenny, it's been great having you guys. Is there anything that you want to say before we go?
Go ahead, Kenny.
Well, like I said earlier, if you guys can be in Washington, stop by for the Linux Fest Northwest, sorry, and I'll be there to help out with LPI exam crams. But other than that, keep at it.
I've got nothing.
I was going to say, you have to say something now.
Yeah, I know. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. We look forward to celebrating again next quarter with the stuff that you're working on. I know that both of you are working on content that has been highly requested in our content voting stuff. Again, we love giving to the Linux Academy community. Our mission is to build for you. It's one of our 5-tier decision-making strategies for selecting content. For those of you that have asked, a Linux Academy membership will always include all of the new content we add. We're not going to upsell you. We're not going to do that. It includes all of our hands-on labs, which deploy out real environments that have a real substantial cost to them. And we love that you're here. You get unlimited access to linuxacademy.com, cloudassessments.com, and scaleyourcode.com as part of that membership. And we look forward to seeing you on Wednesday when we join and start the last half of our content announcements. See you then.